Hi, this is Jen Perry, and I'm going to be talking about the student that I'll be observing for the functional behavior assessment and also the SLP that I plan to interview for the coming week. For the student that I'll be observing, it's a 6th grade male student who's in our mild to moderate program. He's not on my caseload. He works with my colleague, but he's been having some behaviors that my colleague has talked to me about, and so she said it'd be really helpful if we did this little FBA with him. He qualifies for an IEP under the disability of autism and speech language impairment. Some of the behaviors that are coming up with him are very much low work completion and difficulty with attention. He's easily distracted by peers, by sounds, by anything going on in the classroom. There's a lot of fidgeting, playing with objects on his desk or around him, sometimes being noisy when playing with those objects. And also getting out of seat, jumping, running, skipping, crashing into the floor. A lot of just different behaviors that are coming up in his gen ed classes and also in the small group pullout that he does with the other ed specialist. So those are some of the problem behaviors that I'll be targeting when I am observing him. For the speech pathologist I will be interviewing, it's actually the lead speech pathologist for our KIP region. Right now we have an intern at our school who is being coached by one of the head speech people. And so I will be interviewing the head speech therapist. I've been working with him for 5 years, so we have a good relationship. We've worked together. He's very responsive, so I've emailed him to set up the interview. We'll be doing it over Zoom since he works in our region and not directly at our school. He's completed some assessments for my students, so I'm also familiar with his work, and he is bilingual, which I think is also pretty cool since a lot of my students are English language learners. So he will have a perspective on the language piece of assessing when English is not your first language. So that is a student that I plan to observe, and that's a plan that I have set up for interviewing the speech and language pathologist. Thank you very much.